Alright guys, I am back to finish up this one and maybe work on a couple other ones. And, I don't know, if you guys get bored with these things, let me know, because, you know, I don't want to bore the socks off of you. And I'm going to go ahead and turn this light on. We'll see what it does for us. Alright. Yeah, but, yeah, some of you say that you like to come along with me, so this is what I'm working on. So, yeah, I'll bring you along, and if you guys get bored, just tell me. And then, yeah, we'll, I mean, I don't know that I'll ever have, like a fresh video, like, you know, fresh new idea every time, but, you know. Oh, I keep forgetting not to do that corner. Oh, well. Nothing we can't wipe up, right? Yeah, so I do actually like these. It's quite a bit different than the ones Tina did, but in the last one, I'm pretty... Oh, see? Oh my goodness. Oh, you guys must just laugh your ever-loving hearts out. I did get a comment yesterday on the giveaway video about my kids and if we ran out of toilet paper. Okay, so you know what we're going to do? We're going to cheat. I'm going to cut that down. Maybe I'll cut it down. Yeah, that'll work. Oh, like I said, you guys must laugh. Yeah, so kind of, we were joking in the comments a while back. I can't remember how it got started or who started it. But anyways, we were laughing about, somebody said something about using, you know, if we ran out of toilet paper here, that I could just use all my decorative napkins. And I was like, no. The kids can go outside and use the hose. And at that point, I think it was only like 30 degrees out. And so that's kind of like the running joke. I guess somebody still gets a kick out of that one. I guess I kind of do too, but... Yeah, I don't think I would ever approve of my pretty napkins being used for toilet paper. Plus, I don't think our septic system would take too kindly to that. Yeah, it's pretty hysterical. I mean, and we have found toilet paper now, so yeah, we're good in that department. Oh, you have to take the ink lid off, Goober. Okay, let's... It's like it shouldn't be that difficult because I just set the... There they are. I was like, I know I just set these up out of the way. And you'll probably hear Paul giggling. Yeah, he, Smokey and the Bandit's on, so yeah. When it's on, we watch that one too. Whether we want to or not. Just kidding. I don't mind. I like hearing his giggle, so. And he's fixing me chicken paprikash for dinner, so, you know. He can watch whatever he wants as long as he keeps cooking. Yeah, so what I'll probably do is just work on a few more of these with you guys, and then I'm gonna just go hang out with him and watch that. I do get a kick out of the Bandit. It is one of those goofy humor movies that I can get into. Okay, let's find our little cards for the pockets. I think that will work. And in the last video, if you didn't happen to catch that one, all of the kits that I'm using, not the kits themselves, but like the graphics can be found at the shops I listed below. At least I think we have everybody. If I find one that I haven't listed, I'll list it. Like, I'll add to it. So what if we had this one? Because that one's got kind of peach tones in it. Yeah, I think once you get the hang of these, and once you have a plan, I think they go up pretty quick. They would be fun little additions into your journals. Okay, yeah, I got to keep going back to my little prototype there. I think you got to make stuff a few times before it really sinks in what you're doing. I think that might be kind of the reason why I like working in like numerous numbers. And you know what, guys, give me just a second. I'm going to go ahead and close that door because it's getting kind of loud. There we go. Now I don't have to compete with the TV and the giggling. Is there anything better than hearing your family laugh? I don't think there is. Yeah, I do enjoy hearing that. Oh, so I do actually. Amy, I have something to say. And it's new news. Oh my goodness. Okay, so we have this bed, and it's called an Inomax bed. And we have this bed. It's kind of a spendy bed, but we have it because Paul was injured a few years back, and regular beds were hurting him. And he used to work at the radio station, one of the local ones here, as a DJ. And he, so this local, I think it's local. I don't know if it's if it's like a nationwide brand or not. I don't know. It might be by now. I'm not sure. But anyways, we went and checked out this bed, and it literally, like, the first night we had this bed, it was like the first night in like 2 years Paul had actually slept, and slept pain-free. So yeah, we've been buying Inomax beds ever since, and they are spendy, but you know what, Paul being over the road, right? Like, we need him to get good sleep. So anyways, okay, so I'm an insomniac too. I think like a lot of us are. So, but like the last year and a half has been really bad, and I would wake up in the morning and my back would hurt, and I just pretty much chalked it up to either I was sleeping too heavy when I finally got asleep or whatever. So what it is that it's like a frame and then there's 2 chambers, a lot like the Sleep Number bed, only there is you can pick between, like, there's like a silicone option, an air option, and a water option. Well, we've this is our second one that we've had, second bed, and I'm talking, this goes back like and the reason we don't have the first one isn't because it wasn't a good bed. Like, still, it's because we wanted a bigger bed, because the first one was a queen and we wanted a king. Otherwise, we would still have this bed. And the beauty of it is, like, when the parts like wear out, a lot of them are still like under warranty, so then they'll either replace it or whatever. It's like a 10-year warranty for a lot of parts, and then it's like not actually that expensive to replace the parts that you need. It also comes with like a heated, like, you can get like the heating pad things, and I cut that way too short. Yeah. Okay. Anyways, So anyways, we're on our second Inamax bed, and we choose the water chambers. It's by far the most comfortable for Paul and for me, for that matter. Am I going to end up... Yeah, this will be right. Okay. Sorry, I was thinking to myself for a second. Anyways, so I was changing the sheets yesterday after Paul got home, and he's doing his thing, and I pull up the sheet, and I was like, why is it wet? Like, that's weird. And so, you know, I mean, we have animals, so I do the smell check, right? Which I'm sure a lot of us do. Not recognizing, you know. So I smell check this thing, and it smells like waterbed conditioner, and I'm like, uh-oh. So, yeah, and so it has the, like, the air chambers or, like, water chambers, and then it's got another, like, memory foam piece that goes on there, and then, like, a quilted top. So, and then with the water, air, or, like, the silicone, you get to pick, like, your firmness. Yeah, anyways, I don't know if I need to go into grave detail about that, but, anyways, so you get to pick all that, and then, so we open it up, and there's like standing water, like this in there, and I'm like, oh no. Well, so this morning I call Inamax, pretty sure they're not going to answer because, you know, COVID, and I'm not really sure what to do at this point. I'm like, well, you know, we could, just, you know, drain them out and use the shop vac and get as much of it out as possible. Or, you know, and then put air in it. Because, yeah, who knows when these stores are going to reopen. So I called this morning, and a guy answers, and he was like, well, the store is closed. And I was like, I know it is, but do you know, like, can I go online and order new chambers or what? And he's like, oh. He's like, oh, so it's not new business. I was like, oh, no. We're, like, long time customers. Like, we'll never buy another brand of bed, ever. He's like, okay, so apparently the Denver branch is open from like 10 to 3 Monday through Friday, but you can only go in if you have like a special emergency. Well, I was like, well, does Busted Chambers work? And he's like, yes, it does. I was like, okay. He's like, we'll call you in the morning and see if we have those in stock. Cause, they look up they keep all your account information, so they know like exactly how to run like the claim on them. Yeah, super great company to work with. I wish everybody could own an Inamax bed. I don't know anybody who's ever owned one that's ever had an issue. And like I said, they don't wear out. Like, they just don't. Well, apparently their water chambers sometimes break. And then after like the specific warranty stuff, then it's all like prorated. So you can, you know, it's not going to be too spendy for the chambers. Okay, so this one is done except for my tag in the back. Okay, so let's start another one. Again, I'll have to get my thing, and it's probably buried. I don't remember where I set it, of course, right? Yeah, so, but like all last night I kept, you know, once you know there's a problem, right? Then you're terrified, and so I didn't sleep hardly at all. Well, we'll just use one of these. So yeah, I didn't sleep hardly at all last night. Like, it was crazy, you know, because I'm like, I don't know if any of you guys were like us, and in the 80s and 90s, we all had waterbeds, right? And then that one cat claw that made you wake up in a big puddle of water, I was worried that was going to happen. Even though we kind of put it all back together and we mopped out as much of the water as we could. You know, it's just, you know, then, like I said, you're sleeping in fear. You're going to wake up in a puddle of water, right? There's nothing worse than a busted water bed. Yeah, so that was pretty funny. Not funny, haha, but yeah. So yeah, there was that. And so, like, literally I got like 3.5 hours. And, yeah, I think I really like this pattern out of that kit. So, and it's kind of red based. Yeah, so that was, I mean, it's hysterical, right? I mean, like, we should all make a list of all the weird things that have happened during COVID, right? And then we got to talking, well, do we want a chance getting water again? I mean, because I know I've said before, but it's been a really long time. Where we are is my grandma and grandpa's old house. And so it's not structurally as sound as we would like it to be. And for a long time, it was more or less haunted. Not really haunted, but, you know, like the weirdest things would break. And so now we're just really cautious on what we do. So that, you know, we don't have to replace things all the time. And so we're just... The vision of our bed falling through the floor is what kept kind of running through my mind last night. Like, oh my gosh. Because we didn't see any, like, water damage underneath. It's all contained in its little thing. So that's good. So that's not like past water beds, right? And I'm not sure how well these are going to go either, because I don't know that I have a whole lot of small stuff. We may, I don't know. I don't know how well this glue is going to work on those, that breakfast bowl papers. We'll see. Never tried that, I don't think. Yeah, so, yeah, we get to take a trip to Denver tomorrow. Yay. I don't like Denver. And it's not that I don't like the people in Denver. I just don't like all the traffic and... I mean, and it's like 2 hours. And that's if you're only going to, like, North Glen from where we are, so... Give or take, I guess. Well, and, you know, it might not even take that long, because I would dare say a lot of people in Denver are obeying the stay-at-home order. Oh, and that's a thought I didn't finish earlier. So I was saying, like, I'm kind of bummed because all my people are going back to work here soon. Like, I'm like, what? I finally have the time off. Why are we not playing together now? Yeah, oh well. It happens, right? I mean, I'm super glad. Don't get me wrong. I'm super glad that people can go back to work and, you know, get caught up on bills and whatnot, anything in their lives that they need to, or if, like, their kids are driving them nuts and they need the sanity of work, you know. I'm happy for you, but I will sure miss you. I'll just be here in my craft room now that tax season's over. For me, anyways. Yeah. So I think I'm going to stick with it and do 2 at a time. Though, disclaimer, this will probably be the last video of this little thing here, so we'll get done as much as we can in the video. And that last video was only 48 minutes, and I literally, it will make you guys laugh when I tell you, if it's over 30 minutes, I can't do it, like, load it to YouTube on my phone. Not even kidding you. Yeah, my phone kept saying that I was out of storage. I was like, really? That's the only video you have on there. How are you out of storage? I don't know. It gets weird. So yeah, now that you guys know my excitement of the weekend, these are fun little things. I mean, I'm sure I'm not the first, I mean, obviously not the first person to make them, but, yeah, you all probably done something similar to this, but, you know, I've never done it, so yeah, I'm having fun with it. Right, and I'll break and go sew them here in a few minutes when we get everything kind of set. All right, let's see. I think we're going to have to go, because I think even this one is going to be too wide even if we cut it down. Yeah. I think the same for this one too. We might be able to just cut the border off of this one and get it mostly in there. Yeah, that would probably work. Okay, so and this is Amy's cabinet card kit. Okay, and I don't know if the camera will pick it up, but there's like a little bit darker cream than the other one here. So that's the line I'm going to follow. Ooh, we have to decide what color we're using here, huh? I don't think I have any more red paper. I ran out at Christmas and just haven't gotten any more in. I didn't even think about that, but I think there's a nice little pale pink in there. I think we'll use those. Yep, still a little bit whiter, but we'll do what we did before and just kind of tack it down and then cut it. And instead of bringing my cutter over, I'm just going to let you stare at these pretty little things here while I cut a few of these. Ouch. Oh, I forgot how wide those are supposed to be. Yeah. Okay, these are a little over, this one's a little over 3. Just under 3 1/4. Let's see if this one's about the same. Yeah. So I'm going to do 3 3/4, or 3 1/4, not 3 3/4. And then we'll tone it down a little bit. And then since we know that we can get 2 out of one of these pieces here, I should probably put this off to the side so it doesn't get ruined. And I'm just gonna get it in half. Oh, I guess too, I told you earlier that Paul is fixing us dinner, chicken paprikash. I don't know if I've ever really said, but Paul's family is Hungarian, or his dad's side of the family anyways, and they immigrated to America when my father-in-law was pretty little. They came here like right after, or during the revolution over there, so he still speaks fluent Hungarian, so that's pretty cool that the kids get to hear that on occasion. And Paul's grandpa, he's since passed away. He was a pretty funny guy. He actually moved back to Hungary shortly before Paul and I got together, and I saw him a few times, but and I met him, but and he came for our wedding, things like that. All right, so let's actually do what Tina did. Okay, so I need my 3/4 punch. And I need our little paper here. Oh, and I'm going to need a brad too, which means I'm going to have to put you on hold for a minute. Like, I won't pause the camera, but let's see, where's my little... I don't know if I've said, but if you guys were curious, when I have like little tiny pieces of scraps left, what I'll usually do is grab my 3/4 inch punch and just punch out some circles, because it always comes in good and handy about now, just for like little things. So that's one of the scrap ideas. Yeah, if they're too little to really do much with, then that's what I do with them. Then I just keep a little canister of them, and then I can build them up. Yeah, those stores need to open pretty darn quick, because I'm almost out of brads too. Okay. All right, talks amongst yourselves for just a second while I go and grab my selections of brads. I know normally I talk really loud so y'all can hear me, but Nikki yelled at me the other day, or yelled at her screen, was like, "What?" All right, I've got some butterflies, which I don't think any of those... Ooh, wait a minute. Since we're decorating it more in the reds, maybe let's just try it. I have a little red butterfly. Doesn't really stand out a whole lot, does it? What else could we put underneath there to make it really stand out? I've got some like maroon cheesecloth, maybe. I think I got some brown in there too. I think the brown might even just wash it out a little bit even more. We'll see. I have a love-hate relationship with this stuff. Like, I like the way it looks, but it really is weird to use. Or do we like the brown? That one doesn't really make a difference. So, maroon it is. Then we could totally be rebels and like fold it up like this. And then trim around it, and then it'll be a little fuzzier in areas. Alright, now the tricky part is going to be holding that down while we stab it kind of in the middle. And what I want to bet that this brad really doesn't mix after I put that maroon there. Oh, I don't know. I think that looks kind of cute. Okay, there we go. But I bet you I'm going to pull some of this out so it's just the little strings left. Oh, or I'm going to pull it all out. Yeah. Yeah, why don't we just pull it all the rest of the way out, or at least most of them. Boy, that was an epic waste of time, huh? All right. Oh, just clean that up, I guess. Well, okay. All right, so get our tag back out here. And that's gonna go here. And then where's our butterfly? Oh, there it is. Put it up here. Okay. Go ahead and glue that down. Oh, it's getting warm back here now. Only because I have the little heater on. Okay, kind of liking that. So pretty. Okay. Let me grab my little string here. Baker's twine box. I don't know. Oh, there it is. I was like, I don't know if I have any red and white, but look at that. I do. Oh, looks like I have another one. That works. Alright, so then what she did was she kind of took her little dauber and kind of just inked up her string a little bit to kind of take the brightness out. Okay. And I'm going to go ahead and do this before I sew because then it'll just, it won't really matter which glue I use. Oh, but I don't think I did enough. I'd have to do a little more. Am I even in frame? Probably not. Alright, I promise. When I get done with this video, I will go soak my cap in warm water. And then I'll even put in a new pin so it starts out fresh for the next video. How about that? I think what's coming up next is I'm going to finish up that project I started for, I'm going to leave that a little long because I can always trim it down later. And then this will go, I'm not, well, can I do it without ripping it off the back? Let's see. I can. Check that out. Isn't that so cute? I'll have to remember not to sew that part down. I'm going to finish up my Poppiness because she's got some cute new Dragonfly graphics for me to use, so I'm super excited about that. And I think we'll just stick with decorating the one because I meant to look at the clock before I started and I did not get that done. So I'm just kind of gauging time right now. I'm going to pretty much make these the same exact way as I made the last one. Decide which one is which for the top. It looks like I put the pocket down a little bit lower, and I did kind of that on purpose because it, yeah, there wasn't much I could do about it once we had already... Oh, I can't do any of this yet. That's right. I have to pause the video and go sew that. All right. I'll be right back, guys. All right, guys. I am back, and I did find a couple little pieces that kind of matched each other. So we're just going to kind of hurry up and get these going. And I've got to remember this is the second piece that goes in. Where do I want to put that? Over on this side, I think. Where do I want it over here? Nope, I think I want it on this other side. So, yeah. This week's already starting out good, and it's only Sunday. I was speaking about the bed again. I'm kind of not excited to go down there. I would like to try to schedule my first live, too. I really want to do a live. At least once, so I can say I did it, right? And you know what? I think this time I am going to use my Fabri-Tac. Just because it's on the edge. All right, Laura, here's another one, Living on the Edge. Name that song and or group. Why do I keep forgetting to not glue that side? Like that corner? I don't know. Because I'm a goofball, and now I have Fabri-Tac everywhere. All right. Cap. No cap yet, because we're going to glue this little guy in. Okay, now let's put in our hole up at the top. Get that portion going. Ring enforcer. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and distress that really quick, and then we'll add our, we gotta distress or put our little thumb hole in the pocket I'm using in the back. I really like how those papers take the distress. Okay. Okay, then we need one more little lady. She's kind of bold, but I think I'll end up switching the two over. This probably would have been a good live project, huh? Because I could just keep on working and talking, right? Okay. Let's do the back really quick. We'll have to put our little thumb hole in here. Oh, wow. Heavy inker. I think you can probably still hear the TV, huh? I'm still hearing it, so, you know. It's always hard gauging how much string you need for this stuff. It's probably too much, but, well, you know. Yeah, just a wee bit. I think I'm going to still go with the keys. I haven't used that one yet. That's kind of a cute little one too. Use that one on the next one, I guess. And I'm almost out of bulb pens. I think, though, that Shell at A Rambling Crafter, I think she sells them in her shop. So maybe I'll go ahead and order some from her because I think she's still shipping. Yeah, these pens aren't very sharp, I don't think. All right, perfect. There's another one done. All right, so just kind of a recap of what we've been doing the last couple of videos. This is the one we made today. And then we finished off this one here. And then yesterday we made this one. All right, very cool. I love these. Okay, guys, thank you so much for hanging with me and playing with me. So, yep, I will talk to you soon. And I think the next videos you see will probably be me finishing up that series for Poppiness with my dragonflies. And I'm probably not going to put the journal together with you because it's pretty much the same thing from the butterfly to the bee. But it's going to be 3, and so we're going to build the box together that we're going to house these little guys in. All right, guys, I will talk to you soon. Bye.